Welcome to Crime Time News and Entertainment with a Buzz. This one is called Be Very Careful What You Ask For. Be very careful of the attention that you seek, especially on social media. Be very careful when you make any sorts of posts. And you diss their Prime Minister Andrew Holness and this the JCF. Apparently, this young man in a video that I am going to show you, he had a little run-ins with the law enforcement popo that is in a Falmouth. And they took his vehicle and they're giving him a whole bunch of runaround. He has made several posts on social media dissing, sending out all sorts of threats to not only the popo but also your Prime Minister Andrew Holness and people. It seems as if he did not get the reaction that he thought that he deserved, so therefore he is back at it one more again. So people, take a listen, take a look to this not so beautiful bean footage, and then I am going to give my piece.
Watch our blood clot going on. He said, me a cap. Anyhow, me not get me thing. Pussy will have to come for me because me a murder one now. So look on her face are good. And if you come for me, me a murder one now on the panta pie. Stop fuck up in our country. You hear me I tell Andrew. Because nobody afraid of you and your gunman them we have a road. Because if you kill one on dead back, I lace pussy. That me I tell you now. You hear? Don't get me out. I'm going to dark up Falmouth. You look at nyam fuck boy police have just like a girl and walk like a girl go on like them a girl want to take a girl in place. But fuck them. And suck them batty boy and you. Have a look at batty man them a time in between that place. Fuck you. You feel nobody afraid of now no? You feel like you afraid for dead. I want like all the way of pussy. Fuck up when you find out you feel like you can get dash it. And all you can boy there fall mouth. Short, big belly boy there. He never can join gun for me because me take that from him. Fuck to him. Don't fuck up. Guys, today me I go viral and do one letter. Swear to God that today me I go viral. No pussy can beg up me thing you know. Alright. Done not talking with him. Get to the thing straight now, big man. Alright.
So people, like I said, this is social media. Believe half of what you hear, half of what you see. Better yet, take half of the people that you see on social media serious. Because I think most of them probably suffer from some sorts of mental illness. Then again, mental illness, Bellevue is TikTok. So whatever we see on TikTok, we should not be surprised. I guess what this man is saying, he does not feel as if he is getting the adequate justice. He is not getting the proper political representation as a citizen of Jamaica. So therefore, he must have to take it to the badness. According to him, they took his vehicle unjustly. Then he went to the popo station in a Falmouth. He gave the person's description, big belly popo that love for SUCK pumps, which actually would be the description of 99.99% of the popo in a Jamaica. So therefore, he probably needs to be a little more specific. But people, you see, him have him cigarette name on or spliff in a hand. You see him have the bad man pose. You see him have the gun finger. So therefore, if it walks like a duck and talks like a duck, it should be a duck. And a duck will probably get FUCK for talking ill to the popo, especially when he is claimed that he is going to take them away and send them to the afterlife. Young man, whoever this person belongs to, whoever is the father or mother of him, please come and get him and take him to Bellevue. Make sure that he is getting his proper dosage, his medication that is. Because the dosage that he gets might not be the one that he wants. Because this one will send him to the afterlife. Especially for FUCKING with their Prime Minister and even worse, the JCF members. They are ultra sensitive. They are going to get in their feelings. Point blank and period. So the next thing that is popping in the news, we see that since Vybz Kartel been released from the big yard, people are saying, hold on a minute. Who am I going to marry? Who is going to be the wife of Vybz Kartel? Is it going to be Sidem or is it going to be Shorty / Tanisha? Well, people, it seems as if Vybz Kartel has made up his mind. He has made a final decision, and it is both. And this is based on some sorts of video or audio that he recorded, and he is giving the world a snippet. Take a listen, take a look to this bean footage, and then I'll give my piece. So people, we've seen the video with Vybz Kartel in the studio with Red Boom, which is a professional mixer, producer. We've seen him spoke about Done Well. So therefore, we can expect nothing but good music. So this is just a snippet of one of the songs that person are probably expecting to be released before that big concert on the 31st of December 2024. That is the day before New Year's Eve. The question people are asked, which one will Vybz Kartel choose? People, the truth and the fact is that whenever you are a celebrity or someone on the status of Vybz Kartel, if you have proper communication with them and also Shorty, he could probably choose both, depending on if he is up to the task, meaning that he can keep up with both, based on his present medical condition, grave disease that is. Not here for watch anybody little teal, but me just say, if or should he decide that, listen, so the choice is kind of hard, I am going to keep both. I am sure if he spoke to see them and say, say, we want Shorty as a third wheel, vice versa, they are going to both agree and there will be some sorts of dancehall trees company. Me just say, more likely possibility than any of these two ladies exiting Vybz Kartel's life. Point blank and period.
One dead over there, so. Yeah, one dead. One of them over there, so dead. Shot upon him. The police them a come. Police them a come, dog. Them a come.
So the next thing that is popping in the news, it is called be very careful of the young lady or young man that you get in any sort of relationship with. You not only seems to need to know their background, criminal history, but also the background and criminal history of the person that person was dating or is presently dating. Based on information confirmed out there, 2 young youths lost their life in a Westmoreland a couple of days ago. Based on what the Popo said, it was some sorts of love triangle that went woefully left. At the end of the day, 2 young youths, based on the video or the audio, the edited version that you're hearing, based on YouTube's policy, was one young man asking, where's the Popo? He was seen laying down beside his bike or sitting up beside his bike. The whole of the top arm shirt, BLOODY. The next young man was before he also lost his life. 2 of them DEAD. He was on his side, on his back, tossing and turning. That girl that was responsible or the reason why both of them would eventually lose their life. Based on information, it is said that she was with some young man. She and that young man had some sorts of problem. So therefore, she called back the ex to come pick her up from the madman that she chose after the ex. However, when those 2 youths rolled up on the bike, that was when the new man blazed up some can, take away both of these 2 youths. They eventually lost their life, like I said. She was unhurt. He did not do anything to her. So people, at the end of the day, the moral of the story is this. The person that is the motive, meaning the young lady, is still alive. 2 young men, one of them that was in some sort of relationship prior to this, end up losing their life. The man that blazed up both of them more than likely is going to either run whenever them catch him, them either go take him out, or he is going to be locked up for the rest of their natural lives. 3 lives, one of them justifiably need to be locked up or taken away. I am talking about the KILLER. But the other 2 youth, them just mix up and mingle in the wrong, dirty kind of bungle. And I am not saying that if a young lady decides to leave a relationship, she cannot call a friend, but me just say, friends out there, be very careful who you help. It is not everybody that deserves help, especially when it is going to be detrimental to your health, well-being, and life. Because here we see this lady more than likely been in some sorts of ABUSIVE relationship. The man clot her ups in her all sorts of elbow, all sorts of clocks in her ribs. And then she call these 2 men and them get clots. Enough for them ribs. It makes absolutely no sorts of sense. Point blank and period. Now the next thing that is popping in the news, it is called "This is why crime cannot done." And people, I am not justifying or promoting any sorts of justice because you feel as if you are wronged by somebody and the system is not adequately enough to represent you and give you the true justice. I spoke about a well-known artist manager / promoter, Sharon Burke. Her latest show being the Chris Brown and Friends show that was held in, I think, August of 2023, a year or so ago. So based on information validated and verified out there, it is said that Hardware and Lumber is filing some sorts of lawsuits for the amount of $5.6 million. The lawsuit claims that Mrs. Burke took in excess of about almost $7 million worth of product, lumber stuff, and she only gave them $1 million, so she owed about $6 million. Now what she is claiming, yes, she lawyered up, and she is now presently represented by Isaac Buchanan, which is the same lawyer that Vybz Kartel used that guaranteed Vybz Kartel freedom out of the big yard. Freedom concert coming soon. So what this lawyer is now saying, that this lawsuit against his client, Mrs. Sharon Burke, promoter, artist manager, is frivolous. Because in actuality, it should be against the company. A company that Sharon Burke claims that was formed just for the concert for that sole incident. However, she is one of the co-signers of that company. Her name is on it. So therefore, the company does not represent themselves. The company has representatives. The company have shareholder. The company have people that can sign and co-sign pretty much for them face at the face of the company. Sharon Burke being one. So now what she is claiming on her lawyer, Isaac Buchanan, using some sorts of technical mumbo-jumbo, BS, me call it, is claiming that if anything, they should not sue her, they should sue the company, which more than likely is a limited liability company. So therefore, them responsible solely differently than the persons that are a part. People, this is legal mumbo-jumbo in which people use to take people things and don't pay them and beat them in a court upon some sorts of technicality. But at the end of the day, the owners and the managers of Hardware and Lumber gave this to the company because the company was represented by Mrs. Sharon Burke. So differently from what she wants to say, at the end of the day, she knew exactly what she was taking, and she knows that her or the company itself did not pay. At the end of the day, you take people things, so therefore you're supposed to pay them. So therefore, if them take your life, you have nobody to blame but yourself and your lawyer for giving these people the runaround. And I am not promoting or suggesting any sorts of legal way to deal with the thing, but just as say, Don't be surprised. That is why we see all of the ish that is going on, because these people are nothing but a set of common criminals who can lawyer up and fight you in a court and give all sorts of delayed tactics. So at the end of the day, you're not going to get back your money. You're going to waste a whole bunch of time and lose even more money. So therefore, when people lose them life, people should not say how comes and why, because it is obvious they are criminals themselves. Point blank and period. So the next thing that is popping in the news, it is called The Good Die Young. Well, actually, younger than you're supposed to, meaning the age of 70 or so. I am speaking about a young man known as Norman. He is from a place named Claremont. Based on information, it is said that he lost his life in a very brutal way the other day. He was pretty much burnt to a crisp in his house. Based on the information, it is said that Norman was a hard-working man. Used to run taxi, then him start run Jota, then him start do some sorts of water truck. However, unfortunately for him, he had some sorts of stroke. Him couldn't move around a lot. He also had a girlfriend or a wife-to-be that was some sorts of hindrance. Meaning that she was one of those ladies that we would consider to be cold. No sorts of love, no sorts of compassion, no sorts of nothing, none at all. Pretty much, as soon as Mr. Norman got that stroke, she started abusing him. It is also said whenever the brother, the sister, the kids tried to come to the house, she would lock them out. She would not let him speak to any of his family members. It is also said she also has a couple of sisters and they are just as evil. Everybody in the family, all of the sisters, a whole bunch of witches. However, he got the one of the witches brew that is the worstest of the worstest. So pretty much what people are saying is that the lady leave like she always do, lock up the house, lock up the grill, and for some sorts of reason, the place catch on FIRE. Not going to say that she started it, but I don't have any sorts of information that she was not a part of any sorts of conspiracy. This was not intentional. So apparently, when the FIRE started, Mr. Norman had to crawl because he does not walk around efficiently. Crawl. However, when he got to the grill, screaming out for help, it seems as if nobody could have helped him, or it seems as if when it was too late, that was when he was bawling out. Unfortunately for Norman, he was pretty much burnt to a crisp. As a matter of fact, it is said that it took the fire people from Brownstown, from Anatolia, from Falmouth, from wherever, forever and a day. So it is the same water truck that was his for his business that the people must use to do some sorts of cooling down operation. Like I said, because of YouTube's policy, I cannot show these videos. However, I am going to put them in my WhatsApp group. Phone number for the WhatsApp, 1-876-894-2711. Say that you want the video of Norman. Leave your name. Don't video call me. Don't call me. Just send a text. Simple as 1, 2, 3. Point blank and period. So anyways, people, thanks once again for checking out my video. If you appreciate videos like these, please show your appreciation by liking, commenting, sharing, and subscribing to my channel. That is how YouTube promotes videos like these to like-minded, sensible persons like yourself. Bless up.